I don't know what the prize. I'll have to look it up.
You win a trip.
Do we have a prize?
We win the state one, Mr. Tullio, Mrs. Tullio, Mr. Conley, Mr. Pinkman would be glad to go to Washington.
Oh yeah, well I'll go down.
Didn't Matt for winning last year got gifted over and all that?
Yeah, we National Geography sent us some prize and we had some prizes. Then when he went to the state finals, he also won our state.
They won a big dictionary. It was huge.
Oh, that was for the spelling bee, the dictionary.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, for this we have some other prizes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Question?
No, it's the question.
Question.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to the 3rd annual National Geography B. This is the 3rd year, as I said, that the Winthrop Middle School has participated in this program, and I believe each year it gets better and better. In order to make it to the final rounds here at Winthrop Middle School, students participate in a preliminary round in each of their social studies classes. These students represent the top student in each of their social studies classes. I want to thank particularly Mr. James Pinkman, who is the teacher in charge of social studies at the middle school, all the social studies teacher, Mr. Crombie, who has helped out in setting this up. I want to thank Mr. Noyles from the high school AV department for taping this today. In particular, I want to thank Mr. Ross, the coordinator of social studies, who has come down here to be our moderator today. I wish all of you students good luck. We're very proud of you, and I know you'll do a good job. I'm going to turn the program over to Mr. Ross. Mr. Ross?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome you to the next Geography B competition. In particular, this year you are competing in the luxury of having many of our troops in the Middle East and Saudi Arabia defending a way of life that we believe in. You have the opportunity to sit here and compete comfortably and safely, and you can go out into the streets and enjoy yourself and come back to school the next day and talk about things that many nations in the world are not allowed to discuss. I think you ought to think for a moment about the pleasures and the privileges that you have and the sacrifices that a lot of people make on your behalf so that you can enjoy this. I wish you luck today. And to start the program, I think it would be appropriate to pledge allegiance to the flag at this time. Would you please rise? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. At this time, for the benefit of the future and students who may want to watch this again, I'd like each student to introduce themselves. We'll start with the 6th grade. Would you please stand, give your name and the grade you're in, and be seated and allow the next student to do so.
Brian Soap, grade 6.
Rosantis, grade 7. Melissa Leslie, grade 7.
Robbie Kroll, grade 8.
Wendy Goldstein, grade 6.
Rocky Garrett, grade 8.
Billy Jackson, grade 7.
Julie Schroth, grade 7. Tracy Majinsky, grade 8.
Chris Ford, grade 7.
Joseph Savarese, grade 8.
Kristen Sanchez, grade 6.
Brian Texera, grade 8. Jason Snyder, grade 8.
John Ruggiero, grade 7.
John Semino, grade 6.
Fred Hurley, grade 6.
Tom Connolly, grade 8.
Denise Crosby, grade 7.
Michael McCary, grade 6.
Charles Gambale, grade 7.
Congratulations to all of you on winning a spot in the final competition. At this time, I'm going to read you some instructions. Obviously, you're not going to have a chance to memorize them, but try to pay close attention because these are the rules that will govern this competition. A final round and school championship round comprise the school finals. The final round questions will reduce the number of contestants to the highest scores. So you are competing to be one of the people that has the highest scores. These finalists then complete in the school championship round, which determines the single student from the school who will take the qualifying test to compete for the state level. Okay? So you're going to try and score high today. You'll take another test after that, and then one student will go to the state competitions. Each student will respond to 5 oral questions and 5 written questions. The The students with the highest scores will advance to the school championship round. You will get 1 point for each correct response. The other rules will be the same as those that you followed in the classroom and the preliminary. For each question you are asked, you will have 20 seconds to answer until I tell you otherwise. We have a stopwatch and you will be timed. If you want me to repeat a question, if you want me to spell a word in the question, you must ask me immediately. We'll stop the timer until I finish repeating the question or spelling the word. And then you'll have the rest of your 20 seconds in which to answer. This is a very important rule. Students in the past have frozen up and forgotten to use this rule. It's a period of time that gives you a chance to think or to spell. Use it wisely. Don't ignore the rules. Number 9, if you give me the correct answer, I will acknowledge it and move on to the next contestant. If you give me the wrong answer, the incorrect answer, I will tell you. I will then give you the correct answer, and I will pass on to the next contestant. A pass is recorded as an incorrect answer. So if you tell me pass, you don't want to try, then it's called incorrect for the competition. Don't waste your energy. Try to guess. It doesn't pay to just give up. If you fail to answer within the 20 seconds, I will ask for the answer. If you don't answer in 2 additional seconds, I will give you the answer and move to the next contestant. Remember, number 10, listen carefully to each question and try to use the correct geographic terminology in your answers. For example, you should say United States rather than America. Likewise, be careful not to use the name England, for instance, as a synonym for the United Kingdom. Number 11. Will not be penalized for inaccurate pronunciations or spellings, so long as the judges can determine that you know the correct answer. Finally, any ruling of any kind and all disputes about the answers or questions will be settled by the judges, and their answers are final. Before I begin the competition, do you have any questions for me? Do you want any of the rules repeated? Okay, Mr. Wallace, would you like to be seated comfortably before we begin?
That's all. Excuse me, folks. Good luck to everybody. Thank you.
Okay, we've read the rules. We're ready. You have drawn your positions by lot. The first person to receive the first question will be Mr. Brian Silk, and I will proceed to Mr. Silk's right to the other end of the table and end with Mr. Charles Gambale, correct? Mr. Silk, would you rise, please? A flight due west from Perth, Australia to Durban, South Africa would take you across which ocean?
Pacific.
Incorrect. The correct answer is the Indian Ocean. Evan? It is 9 p.m. Standard Time in Washington, D.C. What time is it in Washington State?
7 o'clock.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 6 p.m., also acceptable 3 hours earlier. Melissa, Leslie. If you are facing south at the equator, which cardinal direction is to your right?
West.
West is correct. Robert Crowell. The Louisiana Purchase gave the United States control of commercial traffic along which important river?
The Mississippi River.
Mississippi River is correct. Micah Goldstein. Based on known reserves, which fossil fuel is the most abundant?
Oil.
The answer is incorrect. The correct answer is coal. Brooke Girardi. What is the term for crops that countries raise for sale or export?
Could you repeat the question?
The question is, what is the term for crops that countries raise for sale or export?
Pass.
The correct answer is cash crops, also acceptable commercial crops. William Jackson. Of the people of what culture were using gunpowder, the magnetic compass, and paper by the year AD 1100?
Egypt.
Not correct. The correct answer is Chinese. Julie Schroth. What natural resource is also called black gold?
Oil.
Oil is correct. Tracy Machinsky. Tracy, the equator is what line of latitude?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Certainly. The equator is what line of latitude?
0 degrees.
That is correct. Christopher Ford. By 1620, what had become the principal cash crop of colonial Virginia?
Wheat.
Wheat is incorrect. The correct answer is tobacco. Joseph Savarese. Which European country had established forts and missions in what is now the United States by the time Jamestown was founded in 1607?
Great Britain.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Spain. Kristen Sanchez. Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan all border which of the Great Lakes?
Ontario.
I did not hear you clearly. Would you repeat your answer?
Ontario.
That answer is incorrect. The correct answer is Lake Superior. Brian Texera. In terms of area, which is the largest country on the Arabian Peninsula?
Saudi Arabia.
Answer is correct. Jason? A contour line on a topographic map connects points of what?
Latitude.
Answer is incorrect. Correct answer is equal elevation. Jason?
None.
Sorry, John and Giro. In which cardinal direction would you be traveling if you were to go from Baghdad, Iraq, to the Turkish border?
West.
The answer is incorrect. You would be traveling north. John Semino. What citizenship do the people of Puerto Rico have?
Pass.
This Puerto is an incorrect answer. The correct answer is the United States. Frederick Early. What is the term for people who have left their homelands because of war, famine, or persecution?
Refugees.
The answer is correct. Tom Connolly. According to astronomers, an equinox marks the beginning
Spring and fall?
That is correct. Denise Crosby? What is the term for a flowing movement of water or air within a larger body of water or air?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. What is the term for a flowing movement of water or air within a larger body of water or air?
Current?
That is correct. Michael McCary? Name two of the world's three longest rivers.
The Mississippi and the Nile.
Would you repeat your answers?
The Mississippi and the Nile.
That is incorrect. The Nile is, but you had to have either the Amazon or the Yangtze. Charles? Degrees of latitude and longitude are divided into what other two measurements?
Meridians and
Time, you have 2 seconds.
pass.
Correct answer is minutes and seconds. Okay, we have reached the end of the oral round. You have a piece of paper and a pencil, please.
Mr. Russ, have to turn them over after the incident.
Thank you, Mr. Tinker. When you have written your answer, please turn your card over. You all understand that? Okay, I'm going to read you the question. Write your answer, then turn the card over when you finish. Final question for round 1 will require a written response. You will respond to the question by writing an answer on the card provided. You will have 20 seconds to answer that question. When I call time, put the pencil down, turn your card over, and then I will call upon you to hold up your answer and read it aloud. You ready? The burning of tropical rainforests has contributed to an increase in the amount of which greenhouse gas in the atmosphere? Question. Stop the clock. Certainly. The burning of tropical rainforests has contributed to an increase in the amount of which greenhouse gas in the atmosphere? Time. Turn your cards over. Put your pencils down. We'll start with you, Mr. Silk. Stand, please.
Carbon dioxide?
Correct. Evan? Incorrect. Melissa?
Fluorocarbons.
Fluorocarbons? Not acceptable. Incorrect. Robert?
Carbon dioxide.
Correct. Micah?
Carbon dioxide.
Correct. Brooke?
And oxygen.
Incorrect. William?
Carbon dioxide.
Correct. Julie?
I pass.
Incorrect. Tracy?
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide? Incorrect. Christopher?
Nitrogen?
Incorrect. Joseph?
Hydrogen.
Incorrect. Kristen?
Ozone.
Say?
The ozone.
Ozone? Incorrect. Brian?
Carbon dioxide?
Correct. Jason?
Carbon dioxide.
Correct. John?
Nitrogen.
Incorrect. John?
Pass.
Incorrect. Fred?
Carbon monoxide.
Incorrect. Thomas?
Carbon dioxide?
Correct. Denise?
Oxygen.
Incorrect. Michael?
Carbon monoxide.
Can I see that, Michael? Judges? May I have your card, please?
accept the answer.
Judges accept your answer. Hang on to that. And Charles?
Carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide.
No. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We finished round one. You can put the pencils and cards back.
We want to collect the cards
Pass,
from round
pass
number.
those first cards forward, please, right across the table.
You want their names on it?
Send them a,
You just put your
Put
name
your
on the
name-
card,
put
put
your
your name
name
on
on
the
your
first card.
card. Must ask me immediately. If you give me the correct answer, I'll acknowledge it and move on to the next contestant. If you give me an incorrect answer, I'll tell you so and give you the correct answer. If you don't know the answer, you may say pass before the time is up. The pass is recorded, however, is incorrect. If you fail to answer within 20 seconds, I will give the answer and move on. We are now ready. Fine soap. Amundsen or Amundsen, Scott, and Bird all explored which continent?
Pass.
Evan? Oh, the correct answer is Antarctica. Thank you. Evan, the predominance of what Christian faith in the Canadian province of Quebec is related to the fact that the region was originally settled by the French? Certainly. The predominance of what Christian faith in the Canadian province of Quebec is related to the fact that the region was originally settled by the French?
Pass.
The correct answer is Roman Catholicism, also accepted Catholicism. Melissa, what is the term used to refer to the portion of a population that can read and write?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. What is the term used to refer to the portion of a population that can read and write?
Literacy. Literacy density.
Judges, I'll call on you for this.
Could you, repeat your answer?
Literacy density.
We'll accept orders.
The answer's been accepted. The wisdom of the judges prevails. Number 4, Robert. A system of measurement based on units of 10 was developed in France during the French Revolution. What is the name of this widely used system?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. A system of measurement based on units of 10 was developed in France during the French Revolution. What is the name of this widely used system?
SI units?
SI units?
Correct.
Got it. Micah. The Yucatan Peninsula separates the Caribbean Sea from what other body of water? Certainly. The Yucatan Peninsula separates the Caribbean Sea, sometimes called the Caribbean, from what other body of water?
Atlantic Ocean.
Not acceptable. The correct answer is the Gulf of Mexico. Brooke? The Missouri River flows through or forms part of a boundary between 7 United States states. Name 3 of those states.
Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois.
Would you repeat your answer, please?
Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois.
Well, sorry, Brooke, you had 2 of 3. Illinois is incorrect. You had a choice of Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Number 7, William Jackson. Iceland derives most of its export revenue from what economic activity?
Pass.
The correct answer is fishing, also acceptable, fish processing. Members of the judge panel, I am missing questions 8 through 18.
On the back.
Should be the back.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. Question number 8, Julie. In which ocean is Easter Island?
Pacific.
Pacific is correct. Tracy? The Mozambique Channel separates what large island from Africa?
Pass.
Correct answer is Madagascar. 10, Christopher. Name the 3 continents crossed by the Tropic of Capricorn.
South America, Africa, and Asia.
Sorry, Christopher, you have 2 out of 3. It is Africa, Australia, and South America. 11, Joe. Name the river that carries more water than the Nile, Mississippi, and Yangtze rivers combined.
The Amazon?
That is correct. Number 12, Kristen. Cuneiform, an ancient system of writing that used wedge-shaped symbols, was first developed in a region between which 2 rivers? Correct answer is the Tigris and Euphrates. Ryan. What natural resource is most commonly associated with the following locations in the United States? Titusville and Prudhoe Bay.
Coal?
No, the correct answer is oil. Also acceptable, crude oil or petroleum. Jason. Hindi, English, Bengali, Punjabi, and Urdu are among the principal languages of which Asian country?
India?
The answer is correct. Number 15, John. South Africa has consistently led the world in the production of what precious metal?
Bauxite?
Incorrect. The correct answer is gold. Number 16, John. What strait separates the continents of Africa and Europe at their closest point?
The Bering.
Incorrect. The Strait of Gibraltar, also acceptable, Gibraltar. Number 17. Frederick. In an effort to form a single European market, what organization is working to remove all barriers to free trade among its member countries by the end of 1992?
UN?
No, that's not correct. Correct answer is the European Community. Also acceptable, the European Communities, the European Economic Community, the Common Market, the EC, or the EEC. 18,
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. Products such as clothes, radios, cars, and other goods purchased by people are known as what kind of goods?
Commercial products?
No, incorrect. Consumer products, consumer goods, also accepted, consumer durables. If a student answers economic goods, ask for a more specific answer. Good try, very close. Number 19. Denise. At least a dozen of the world's 25 largest metropolitan areas are on which continent?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. At least a dozen of the world's 25 largest metropolitan areas are on which continent?
Asia?
The answer is correct. 20. Michael. The Straits of Mackinac connect Lake Michigan with which of the other Great Lakes?
Lake Superior?
That is incorrect. Correct answer is Lake Huron. 21. Charles. The White Cliffs of Dover are formed from what kind of sedimentary rock?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. The White Cliffs of Dover are formed from what kind of sedimentary rock?
Pass.
Yes. The teachers use it in the classroom. Chalk, also acceptable, white limestone or limestone. Okay, we have completed the oral section of round 2. You now will take a blank card and your pencil. Please put your name on the card. I'm going to read you a question, written response from round 2. You will respond to the question by writing your answer on the card provided. Put your pencil down, turn that card over when you're finished. You have 20 seconds to answer. When I call time, you will hold up that card and read your answer aloud. Any questions? Okay, we ready? Which country did Iraq accuse of stealing oil from the Rumaila oil field? Time. All pencils down, all cards over. I will call on you one at a time to hold up your card and read your answer. We'll start with Brian.
Kuwait?
Correct. Evan.
Kuwait.
Correct. Melissa.
Iran?
Incorrect. Kuwait's the correct answer. Robin.
Kuwait.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Micah.
Iran.
Iran, incorrect. Brooke.
Kuwait.
Correct. William.
Kuwait.
Correct. Julie.
Iran.
No. Tracy.
Iran.
No. Christopher.
Iran.
No. Joseph.
Kuwait.
Kuwait is correct.
Saudi Arabia.
Can we go back to Joseph, please?
We're going too fast for the judges.
Joseph.
Kuwait.
Kristen.
Kuwait.
Yeah, we'll slow it down. Brian?
Saudi Arabia.
Incorrect. Jason Snyder?
Kuwait.
Correct. John Ruggiero?
Kuwait.
Correct. John Semino?
Kuwait.
Correct. Frederick Hurley?
Iran.
Incorrect. Thomas Connolly?
Iran.
Incorrect. Denise Crosby?
Kuwait. Kuwait.
Correct. Michael McCary?
Iran.
Incorrect. And Charles Gambale?
United States.
United States. Correct. Judges, you have to ask any questions, any
I
problems?
would like to accept the card.
There, you hand your cards down to Charles.
Name on them.
Make sure your name's on them. Your 20 seconds, folks. Let's start round 3. I don't know which one is which. Pick either one. If I get stuck.
Okay.
Okay, round 3. You know the rules by now, but I'll repeat them quickly. You have 20 seconds to give your answer. If you want me to repeat the question or spell a word or anything about that question, ask me immediately. I'll stop the clock. If you give me the correct answer, I'll tell you it is correct and move on. If you give me the wrong answer, I'll tell you so and give you the correct answer. If you do not know the answer, you may say pass before the time is up. A pass is recorded as incorrect answer. If you fail to answer within 20 seconds, I will give the answer and move on to the next
Mr. Ross,
contestant.
could we stress on that for them to at least take a stab?
I just did.
Sometimes I think they're a little reluctant to take a stab at it.
Want to stress it even more?
Please.
Mr. Wallace, editorial.
If you don't have a genuine, solid response, and you think it might be the answer, give it a stab. Try it, rather than give no answer off. Come up with something, and if it's doubtful, even try. It's worth a shot.
I think the best example is Mr. Thomas Connolly on the consumer goods question. You used the correct concept, the idea. You just didn't have the correct language. So when you struggle like that, eventually you get the right answer. I think that's the best example for them. Okay, let's continue here. Round 3, we start with Brian again, number 1. What country is the world's leading producer and exporter of soybeans?
China?
Incorrect. Correct answer? United States. Number 2, Evan. Which river in Europe carries more traffic than any other on that continent?
The Amazon?
Repeat.
Amazon River?
Incorrect. The Rhine River. 3, Melissa. Farm plots known as chinampus. I'll repeat that. Farm plots known as chinampus, or floating gardens, have been used since ancient times by peoples of what present-day country?
China?
Incorrect. Mexico. Number 4. Robert. Opera. A blend of music, voice, and drama. Originated in what country during the 1600s?
Italy?
Correct. Number 5. Micah. The Mont Blanc Tunnel connects France with what other country?
Repeat the question.
Certainly. The Mont Blanc Tunnel connects France with what other country?
United Kingdom?
Incorrect. Italy. Number 6. Brooke. The Beaufort Sea and the Barents Sea are parts of which ocean?
Can you repeat that?
Certainly. The Beaufort Sea and the Barents Sea are parts of which ocean?
Oh, the Indian Ocean?
Incorrect. Correct answer, Arctic. Number 7, William Jackson. Name the 2 countries that have the world's 2 highest gross national products.
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. Name the 2 countries that have the world's 2 highest gross national products.
United States and Japan?
Correct. Number 8, Julie. On which side of the Sierra Nevada is there a rain shadow?
The West?
Incorrect. Correct answer, eastern side, also acceptable. Leeward side, side facing the Rockies, side away from the prevailing winds. Excuse me. Number 9, Tracy. Chlorofluorocarbons, also known as CFCs, are damaging a layer in the stratosphere that protects the Earth from much of the sun's ultraviolet radiation. What name is given to this protective layer?
Ozone layer?
Correct. Number 10, Chris Ford. The mouth of the Orinoco River is in which South American country?
Chile?
Incorrect. The correct answer is Venezuela. Number 11, Joseph. In which ocean do most tsunami occur?
Pacific. Pacific.
Repeat.
Pacific.
Correct. Number 12, Kristen. What two non-renewable resources continue to be the energy sources used most often in the world?
Coal and oil?
Correct. Number 13, Brian. Homes are for sale again in Love Canal, the community that made the headlines in 1978 when toxic waste was discovered leaking out of the ground. In which U.S. state is Love Canal?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. Homes are for sale again in Love Canal, the community that made headlines in 1978 when toxic waste was discovered leaking out of the ground. In which U.S. state is Love Canal?
Pennsylvania?
Incorrect. New York is the correct answer. Number 14. Brian? Many U.S. citizens of what ethnic background were sent to internment camps in the United States during World War II?
Japanese?
Correct. Number 15, John. Which of the 7 continents ranks second in population but 6th in area?
Europe?
Correct. Number 16, John. Which continent is mostly hot desert?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. Which continent is mostly hot desert?
Europe?
Incorrect. Australia is the correct answer. 17. Frederick. In which Canadian province did archaeologists find the first evidence of a Viking settlement in North America?
Finland?
Correct. 18, Thomas. Germany's Kiel Canal connects the Baltic Sea with what other sea?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. Germany's Kiel Canal connects the Baltic Sea with what other sea?
Caspian?
Incorrect. Correct answer is the North Sea. 19, Denise. What landlocked country is bounded by the Soviet Union and China?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. What landlocked country is bounded by the Soviet Union and China?
Turkey?
Repeat your answer, please.
Turkey?
Turkey? The correct answer is Mongolia. Number 20. Michael. Name the current that keeps the Soviet Arctic port of Murmansk ice-free year-round.
The Arctic current?
Incorrect. The answers that are correct are the following. North Cape Current, North Atlantic Drift, North Atlantic Current, Gulf Stream, Norwegian current or the Norway current? Number 21. Charles, what is the term for a holy war waged by the followers of Islam?
Pass.
The correct answer is jihad. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We now go to the third written pick card. Place your name on that card, please. This is the written question from round 3. You respond by writing an answer on your card, provided you have 20 seconds to answer the question. When I call time, put down your pencil. When I call on you, hold up that card and read the answer aloud. Do not forget, if you answer quickly, to turn your card over. Which Central African country is one of the world's leading producers of copper and industrial diamonds?
Can you repeat that?
0.6 of a second, Brooke. Which Central African country is one of the world's leading producers of copper and industrial diamonds? Time. Cards, pencils, down. Okay, we'll make the rounds. Stand up, hold up the card, read your answer. Brian.
Pass.
Incorrect. The correct answer is Zaire. Evan.
Tanzania.
Says what?
Tanzania.
Lydia?
Tanzania.
Oh, Tanzania, I'm sorry. Nope. Zaire.
Kenya?
Melissa? Huh?
Kenya.
No, Zaire. Robert?
Nigeria.
No? Incorrect. Micah?
Egypt.
Incorrect. Brooke?
Egypt.
Incorrect. William?
Kenya.
Incorrect. Julie?
Chad.
Incorrect. Tracy?
I passed.
Christopher?
Nigeria.
Incorrect. Joseph?
Pass.
Pass. Kristen?
Egypt.
Egypt? Incorrect. Brian?
Sudan.
Incorrect. Jason?
Chad.
Incorrect. John?
Nigeria.
Correct. John Semino?
Mongolia.
Frederick?
Passed.
Thomas?
Zaire.
Good. Got one. Tom Connell? Correct. Denise?
Brazil.
Incorrect. Michael?
Noriega.
No, incorrect.
Kenya.
And Charles Gambale?
Kenya.
No, incorrect.
So, can you have your card, please?
Yeah.
The rest of you people.
Mr. Crombie will pick up your cards now. Any questions before we begin? Okay, I wish you well. We're now moving into round 4. The same procedures that have occurred in the last 3 rounds. Each of you will have 20 seconds to give an answer. If you want me to repeat the question or to spell a word, ask me immediately. That way I can stop the clock. If you give me the correct answer, I will acknowledge it and move on to the next contestant. If you give me an incorrect answer, I will tell you so, give you the correct answer. If you don't know the answer, you may say pass before the time is up. The pass is recorded as incorrect. If you fail to answer within 20 seconds, I will give the answer and move on to the next contestant. Brian. The Central Valley Project, an extensive water transport system, is in which U.S. state?
Montana.
Incorrect. Correct answer, California. Number 2, Evan. In what country is there a system of canals and navigable sections of major rivers that together are called the Grand Canal? Allahabad, and Varanasi are sacred Hindu cities on the banks of what river?
Tigris?
No, it's the Ganges. Number 4, Robert. The ruins of the Sumerian city of Ur, one of the world's first urban centers, are in which present-day Middle Eastern country?
Iraq.
Correct. Number 5, Micah. What is the largest freshwater lake in the world? Time. You have 2 seconds.
Victoria?
No, the correct answer is Lake Superior. Number 6, Brooke. Which Southeast Asian country currently leads the world in the production of teak?
Can you repeat the question?
You slowed down, Brooke. Took you a second there. Which Southeast Asian country currently leads the world in the production of teak?
China?
Incorrect. Myanmar, also acceptable. Burma. Number 7, William. The Ganges, the Brahmaputra, and the Indus all have their sources in what mountain system?
The Himalayas?
Correct. Number 8, Julie. What country is the world's largest producer of natural gas?
Saudi Arabia?
Incorrect. Correct answer is the Soviet Union. Number 9, Tracy. The bark of the cinchona tree is the natural source for the drug quinine. Quinine is used in treating what tropical disease?
Pass.
Pass? No, that's incorrect. Malaria is the correct answer. 10. Christopher. Name the desert in northern Chile that is rich in nitrate and copper deposits.
Pass.
Pass. Pass is incorrect. It's the Atacama Desert. Number 11, Joseph. Which North African country, rich in oil reserves, has the highest per capita income on the continent?
Algeria.
Algeria is incorrect. Correct answer is Libya. Number 12, Kristen. English is the official language of only one Central American country. Which country is it?
United States?
Incorrect. Correct answer is Belize. 13. Brian? The Ganges empties into what bay?
Baffin.
Say again?
Baffin.
The correct answer is Bengal. Bay of Bengal. Number 14, Jason. The Walloons of Belgium speak which of the country's national languages? Certainly. The Walloons of Belgium speak which of the country's national languages?
Belgium?
Incorrect. French is the correct answer. Number 15, John. How would you describe the ocean temperature where atolls are found?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. How would you describe the ocean temperature where atolls are found?
Cold.
Incorrect. The answer is warm. Also accepted, tropical. Number 16, John. Name the semi-arid, drought-prone region that borders the Sahara on the south.
Can you repeat that?
Sure. Name the semi-arid, drought-prone region that borders the Sahara on the south.
Saudi Arabia.
Incorrect. The correct answer, Sahel, Sudan, Sudanian Sindian floral region. Number 17. Brett? Why is the Huanghe, or Yellow River, known as China's sorrow?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. Why is the Huanghe, or Yellow River, known as China's sorrow?
Pollution.
Incorrect. Because of the devastating floods that it has caused. Number 18. Thomas? What state in India has a Muslim majority and has been the site of fighting between India and Pakistan?
Can you repeat that?
You'll be broke. I need to stop the clock. What state in India has a Muslim majority and has been the site of fighting between India and Pakistan? Time, 2 seconds.
New Delhi.
Right. Jammu and Kashmir. Also acceptable, Kashmir. Number 19. Denise? What is the term for the belt of coniferous forest that stretches across the high latitude regions of North America, Europe, and Asia?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. What is the term for the belt of coniferous forests that stretches across the high latitude regions of North America, Europe, and Asia?
Rainforest.
Incorrect. Boreal forest, also accepted, taiga. 20. Michael. What is the term for a group of people, usually military officers, that takes control of a country's government by force?
Pass.
Pass is incorrect. Junta. 21. Charles. Name the oil-rich island country in the Persian Gulf.
Pass.
Pass is incorrect. Bahrain is the correct. Okay, folks, we're at the end of round 4. We now have the written competition. We can take the card, put your name on that card.
This is a mistake for me to answer this question. Fix the mistake.
Okay, this is the written round 4. You have 20 seconds to respond to the question. Please, when you finish answering, turn your card over, put your pencil down. When I call on you, hold up your card and read your answer aloud. Of all South American cities, which one has the largest population and the worst air pollution?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. Are you going for the record here? Of all South American cities, which one has the largest population and the worst air pollution? Time. Pencils down, cards in your hand. Make the rounds. Brian.
Argentina?
Incorrect. Correct answer is Sao Paulo. Evan.
I don't have anything.
Melissa.
I don't have anything.
Robert.
Brasilia.
Brasilia is incorrect. Correct answer is Sao Paulo. Micah.
De Janeiro?
Incorrect. Sao Paulo is the correct answer. Brooke.
Panama. Panama.
Incorrect. Brooke. William.
Rio de Janeiro.
Incorrect. William. Julie. Tracy. Christopher.
Pass.
Joseph.
Colombia.
Columbia is incorrect. The correct answer is Sao Paulo. Kristen.
Venezuela.
Incorrect. Ryan.
I had Rio de Janeiro.
Incorrect. Jason.
Brasilia.
Incorrect. John.
Brasilia.
Incorrect. John Semino.
Pass.
Yes. Frederick.
Pass.
Thomas.
Rio de Janeiro.
Incorrect. Denise.
South African Republic.
Correct. Michael.
Brazil.
Correct. Charles.
Mexico City.
No, incorrect, Charles. Correct answer to that was Sao Paulo. Would you please give your cards to Mr. Crombie?
Did everybody get that?
Want to sit down? We have a chair over here.
Final competition for round 5 will require an oral answer. Each of you will have 20 seconds to give me your answer. If you want me to repeat a question or to spell a word, ask me immediately. If you give me the correct answer, I will acknowledge it and move on to the next contestant. If you give me an incorrect answer, I will tell you so and give you the correct answer. If you do not know, you may say pass before the time is up. Pass is recorded as an incorrect answer. If you fail to answer within 20 seconds, I will give the answer and move on to the next contestant. Brian, number 1. What major world religion, other than Judaism and Islam, developed in the Middle East?
Pass.
Pass is incorrect. The correct answer is Christianity. Number 2, Evan. Italy's primary agricultural region is located in the valley of what river? Repeat the question? Sure. Italy's primary agricultural region is located in the valley of what river?
The road.
Repeat?
The road.
No, the correct answer is the Po. P-O. Number 3, Melissa. What is the name of the region in the Soviet Union that includes most of the land between the Ural Mountains and the Pacific Ocean?
Repeat the question, please.
Certainly. What is the name of the region in the Soviet Union that includes most of the land between the Ural Mountains and the Pacific Ocean?
Eurasia.
Incorrect. Correct answer is Siberia. Robert. Number 4. Name one of the countries included in the Balkan states.
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. Name one of the countries included in the Balkan states?
Iran?
Incorrect. The countries that would be correct are Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Romania, Turkey, Yugoslavia. Number 5, Micah. In Brazil, what is the main crop used in the production of gasohol?
Sugarcane.
Correct. Brooke. Number 6. Excuse me. Name one of the 2 countries that lead the world in the mining of nickel, a mineral vital to the iron and steel industry.
United States?
Not correct. The 2 countries are Canada and the Soviet Union. Number 7, William. What European port is the busiest commercial ocean port in the world?
Marseille?
Marseille is incorrect. Correct answer is Rotterdam. Number 8, Julie. Name the site that was chosen in 1942 to be the Center for Research and Development of Nuclear Weapons in the United States. Certainly. Name the site that was chosen in 1942 to be the Center for Research and Development of Nuclear Weapons in the United States. Pass. Pass is incorrect. Correct answer is Los Alamos. If the student answers New Mexico, ask for a more specific answer. Number 9, Tracy. Basques live in the western region of which European mountain range? Pass? Incorrect. Correct answer is Pyrenees. Number 10, Christopher. Feijoada, black beans cooked with meat and served with rice and greens, is the national dish of which South American country?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. Feijoada, black beans cooked with meat and served with rice and greens, is the national dish of what South American country?
Argentina?
Correct answer is Brazil. 11. Joseph, what does the abbreviation OAS stand for?
Pass.
Pass? The correct answer is Organization of American States. Number 12, Kristen. Name the Brazilian city near the mouth of the Amazon that serves as a major export center for the products of the rainforest.
Pass.
Pass is incorrect. Lem, also acceptable. Para. 13, Brian. What river valley in western Germany is the most heavily industrialized region in Europe?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. What river valley in western Germany is the most heavily industrialized region in Europe?
The Rhine?
Repeat.
The Rhine?
No, incorrect. The Ruhr Valley. 14, Jason. On what peninsula is most of the world's cork harvested?
Can you repeat that?
Certainly. On what peninsula is most of the world's cork harvested? Passes incorrect. The correct answer is the Iberian Peninsula. 15, John. Morocco, Swaziland, and Lesotho are the only African countries that still have what type of government?
Monarchy?
Correct. 16, John. What is the name for a tropical cyclone that forms in the southwest Pacific Ocean?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. What is the name for a tropical cyclone that forms in the southwest Pacific Ocean?
Tornado?
Close, no, it's a typhoon. Correct answer is typhoon. Number 17, Frederick. What form of oxygen, when present in large quantities in the lower atmosphere, is a major factor in air pollution?
Can you repeat that?
Certainly. What form of oxygen, when present in large quantities in the lower atmosphere, is a major factor in air pollution?
CO2?
CO2 is incorrect. The correct answer is ozone. 18, Thomas. Caves are commonly formed by water interacting with what form of sedimentary rock?
Sandstone?
Repeat.
Sandstone?
Sandstone is incorrect. Limestone is the correct answer. Also acceptable, dolomite. 19, Denise. What color are soils that contain an accumulation of iron oxide?
Green?
Green is incorrect. Correct answer is red. Also acceptable, reddish yellow. Number 20, Michael. Name the limestone structure created in clear, shallow, tropical waters by certain small marine organisms.
Could you please repeat the question?
Sure. Name the limestone structure created in clear, shallow, tropical waters by certain small marine organisms.
Quartz?
Repeat.
Quartz?
Quartz?
Yeah.
Incorrect. Correct answer is coral reef. Also accepted, coral or atoll. 21, Charles. The magnitude of an earthquake is measured on what scale?
The Richter scale?
Correct. Okay, we're at the end of round 5. If we have a written question, please get the card, put your name on the card. The final competition question for round 5 will require a written response. All of you will respond to the question by writing an answer on the card provided. You have 20 seconds to answer the question. When I call time, put your pencils down. Please turn your card over when you do write your answer. When I call on you, you will hold up your card and read it aloud. What cold ocean current carries Antarctic waters northward along the South American west coast?
Repeat that?
Sure. What cold ocean current carries Antarctic waters northward along South America's west coast? Time. Pencils down. We'll start with Brian. Brian, you want to stand, hold up the card and read it?
The Atlantic?
Incorrect. The correct answer is the Peru current, also acceptable. The Humboldt current or the Peruvian current? Evan?
But the Atlantic.
Incorrect. Melissa?
Arctic.
Incorrect. Robert?
The Antarctic.
Incorrect. Micah?
South Pacific Current.
Repeat?
South Pacific Current.
No, Micah. Brooke?
Northward Current.
No. William?
The Antarctic.
No. William. Julie?
The Pacific.
No. Tracy?
Polar
Paula? Christopher?
Northwest.
No. Joseph?
Yes.
Kristen?
Antarctic Current.
No. Brian?
Prevailing east winds.
Jason?
Arctic.
No. John?
North Atlantic Current.
John Semino?
Arctic.
No. Frederick?
Arctic.
No. Thomas?
Antarctic Channel.
Denise?
Antarctic Drift.
No. Michael?
The Pacific Ocean.
No. Charles?
Arctic Current.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your cooperation. The judges will tally up the scores, and if there are any competitive challenges, you'll know in a moment. The three winners are contestant number 4, Robert Crowell. Crowell. Thank you, Robert. Contestant number 7, William Jackson. And contestant number 14, Jason Snyder. Runoff round, but before we get to that, the judges would like to hand out certificates of accomplishment.
And what we're going to do, we'll take the 3 finalists and move them into the center, one on each side of Robert. And the rest of you will just move to this side, please. I want to thank you all. Denise? Very well done, thank you. Chuck? Very well done, thank you. Evan? Well done, thank you. Billy? Very well done, Billy. Good luck. Floyd? Tough question, Mr. Floyd, but good luck, Mr. Well done. Mr. Geography? Melissa? Well done, thank you. Julie? Well done, thank you.
Robert Crowell and William Jackson are the finalists, and they will each receive a question. They will each receive 20 seconds of time in which to answer that question. If I ask both of you a question, or the 3 of you a question at the same time, and it has to be written, you'll have 20 seconds to write your answers. Are there any questions about the final round? Gentlemen?
May we ask you to repeat the question?
Yes, certainly. Same rules apply to the beginning. I will stop the clock if you ask me to repeat the question. Anything that you request.
I'd like to say that each answer goes on an individual card. So answer number 1 will go on card number 1, answer number 2 will go on card number 2.
We labeled the numbers.
Yes, put in the numbers as we go along.
Should we put
Do they have enough cards now?
Yes, they have 5 cards apiece, so each card will contain 1 answer.
Why don't we save some time? Number your 5 cards at this time, 1 through 5. And this way we will not have to stop and do that.
We read our names on each card.
Yes.
I hear some humming. I would not like, I would not enjoy, nor would I appreciate asking you to leave and interrupt this competition, but I will. I think you earned a place. I'll ask each question. You'll have 20 seconds to answer that question. If you wish to ask a question, I will stop the clock and you may ask me. Otherwise, when you finish that question in the 20 seconds, turn the card over and pick up card number 2. Correct? Okay. First question. The defeat of the Meech Lake Accord in 1990 has threatened the political unity of what bilingual country?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. The defeat of the Meech Lake Accord in 1990 has threatened the political unity of what bilingual country? Time. Turn card number 1 over, put card number 2 in front of you. Question 2. You ready? What country is the principal importer of Alaskan timber? Time. Turn over card number 2, put card number 3 in front of you. Are you ready? Third question. In terms of the amount of direct foreign investment in the United States, Japan ranks number 2. What country is number 1? Time. Turn over card number 3, put card number 4 in front of you. Are there any questions? Question number 4. What country is crossed by both the equator and the Tropic of Capricorn? Time. Turn over card number 4. Now have in front of you card number 5, the final question. Do you have any questions of me before we ask the last question? Question number 5. The caldera formed by the eruption of Mount Mazama is now the basin for the second deepest lake in North America. Name the lake.
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. The caldera, formed by the eruption of Mount Mazama, is now the basin for the second deepest lake in North America. Name the lake. Time. Pencils down. All 5 cards in front of you. Number 1 on top, 2 second, 3 third, 4 fifth, 4 fourth, and 5 last. 4 fifth, yeah. And trickle water. Okay. Number 1. I will move from my right to my left. You'll each have an opportunity to give your answer. Stand, hold your card, read your card. Judges, do you want me to go over there and take the cards as they read them?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, question number 1. The defeat of Meech Lake Accord in 1990 has threatened the political unity of what bilingual country?
Chairman?
It is incorrect. The correct answer is Canada. Your answer?
USSR.
USSR is incorrect. The correct answer is Canada.
Tanzania.
Tanzania is incorrect. The correct answer is Canada. On the first question, we have no winners. Second question. What country is the principal importer of Alaskan timber?
Soviet Union?
Soviet Union is incorrect. The correct answer is Japan. Japan is correct.
USSR.
USSR is incorrect. The correct answer is Japan. Third question. In terms of the amount of direct foreign investment in the United States, Japan ranks number 2. What country is number 1?
United Kingdom?
United Kingdom is correct.
Canada.
Canada is is incorrect. The correct answer is the United Kingdom.
Great Britain.
Great Britain is acceptable as a correct answer. United Kingdom is acceptable, Great Britain is acceptable. If a student answers England, ask for the correct country name. We have 2 winners in the third question. Question number 4. What country is crossed by both the equator and the Tropic of Capricorn? Zaire is incorrect. The correct answer is Brazil. Brazil is correct. Brazil is correct. We have 2 winners here in question number 4. Judges, are you up to date?
Yes.
The last question. The caldera formed by the eruption of Mount Muzama is now the basin for the second deepest lake in North America. Name that lake.
Lake Superior.
Lake Superior is incorrect. The correct answer is Crater Lake.
Michigan.
Lake Michigan is incorrect. The correct answer is Crater Lake.
Lake Superior.
Lake Superior is incorrect. The correct answer is Crater Lake. Judges, tally up the scores and let us know if we have a winner in this round.
We have tied for 2.
Tie for 2. T for 2.
Robert Clow, William Jackson.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
We're going now to a tiebreaker.
The tie-breaking round?
Yes.
Mr. Snyder, thank you very much.
Well done, Mr. Snyder. We will tie.
Take a seat right over here.
We have 3 apiece.
No, we bet 10 things.
You guys want those?
I don't know.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, we're in the tiebreaker round now between 2 competitors, Crowell and Mr. Jackson. Appreciate the attention you've given so far. I'd like it to continue. Gentlemen, we are now having a tiebreaker round. The same rules apply. 20 seconds. You may interrupt me and stop the clock and ask a question. But you will have 20 seconds to write the answer to each question. Only this time there is a set of 3 questions. Whoever correctly answers the most questions out of the 3 will become the school champion. Are there any questions about the rules? You understand? You have your cards numbered 1, 2, and 3. You have your names on the cards? Then we will proceed. Set 1. Question 1. In the summer of 1990, 5 West African countries sent a peacekeeping force to war-torn Liberia. Name any 2 of those 5 countries. Time. Card number 1 should be turned over in front of you. Card number 2 should now be in front of you for writing. Question 2. Most of the world's largest archipelago is part of what country?
Can you repeat that?
Certainly. Most of the world's largest archipelago is part of what country? Time. You should now have cards 1 and 2 turned over. Number 3 is in front of you, ready for writing. Any questions? Question number 3. The Aral Sea has been shrinking at an alarming rate because water flowing into it has been diverted for the irrigation primarily of what crop? Time. Gentlemen, you now have 3 cards. If you take them, put them in front of you, card 1 on top, 2 second, 3 last. Okay, same procedure. I'll read the question. You can read your card and then hand it to me. Question number 1. In the summer of 1990, 5 West African countries sent a peacekeeping force to war-torn Liberia. Name 2 of the 5 countries.
Zaire and Egypt.
Zaire and Egypt are incorrect. The correct answers are the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone. Your answers.
Nigeria and Guinea-Bissau.
Judges,
Can we see the card?
just a moment.
That's a separate country, Bill. This is a separate country from this. Then Nigeria.
Nigeria is one of them.
Nigeria's one. This is a separate country.
Yeah, it's not good.
Separate country.
Okay. We can't accept that answer, that's a separate country.
Guinea-Bissau is a separate country.
They need to name 2 countries.
Okay, so that is incorrect.
Right.
Incorrect. Second question. Most of the world's largest archipelago is part of what country? Canada is incorrect. Correct answer is Indonesia.
China.
China is incorrect. Question number 3. Judges, are you ready? The Aral Sea has been shrinking at an alarming rate because water flowing into it has been diverted for the irrigation primarily of what crop?
Rice?
Rice is incorrect. Correct answer is cotton, and you have?
Rice.
Rice is incorrect. We go to round 2.
Seat squirmer.
Scorecards?
This is unbelievable.
Okay. The audience has been quite cooperative. We do have a few talkers. Let me say this. When these gentlemen are writing the answers to those 3 questions, they need all the attention they can. Name the archipelago off the tip of South America where Chile and Argentina have discovered oil. Time. Second question. Number 1 should be turned over. Number 2 should be in front of you. Second question. From what Asian country did the United States government withdraw members of the Peace Corps because of threats of violence in the summer of 1990?
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly. From what Asian country did the United States government withdraw members of the Peace Corps because of threats of violence in the summer of 1990? Time. Third question. Number 1 and 2 should be turned over in front of you. Number 3 should now be before you. Number 3. How many time zones does China have? Time. Gentlemen, same procedure. Name the archipelago off the tip of South America where Chile and Argentina have discovered oil.
Cape Horn.
Cape Horn is incorrect. Correct answer is Tierra del Fuego. The Azores are incorrect. Question 2. From what Asian country did the United States government withdraw members of the Peace Corps because of threats of violence in the summer of 1990?
Lebanon.
Lebanon is incorrect. The correct answer is the Philippines.
China.
China is incorrect. The correct answer is the Philippines. Third question. How many time zones does China have? 1 is correct.
5.
5 is incorrect. Judges, do we have a winner?
We have a winner. Robert, congratulations. I want to thank you all for your cooperation and your participation.
Well done.
Sorry, Bill? I'll leave that up to you.
Can we find out what we had for that weekend?